the EC financing in the Singapore scene. We are very privileged to have you today to share with our agents. Okay, so just want to ask you two questions. Okay, the first question is, given the Prime Minister's National Day rally announcement on the increase of the income ceiling towards EC, how do you think this will actually affect so-called property market with regards to purchases for EC and HDB?
I think the income ceiling increase is actually a good sign for EC, and a lot of EC would be able to clear their stock. The main thing being that a lot of people would have otherwise not been able to qualify to buy EC between the 12,000 income to the 14,000 income group will now be able to come into the market to buy EC. Right, this is a positive news for EC, and as a long-term measure, the government potentially would want to raise the income ceiling to try and clear stock of existing oversupply. So this is definitely a good sign for EC. Over the short term, I do not think that it will lead to price inflation because of the oversupply condition, but it should move the property relatively well.
Wow, that sounds like pretty good news for us property agents. Okay, so Paul, just to add to that question, do you think it's a good time to purchase EC right now?
I think it really depends on what's your objective. Okay. For example, it's always good to buy your residential unit, right? Like I said, if you look at the nitty-gritty dollars and cents, some of them might decide to rent. But then again, you never know when the market might really turn and you might be priced yourself out. So I advocate not gambling with your first residential property. If you have to start a family, then if you want to buy a place, then definitely any time is a good time to buy, as long as you can afford it and you plan your finances well.
Okay, so but specifically for ECs, because right now with the increase in the income ceiling from 12,000 to 14,000, that actually allows most buyers to buy an EC of up to 1.17 million. Okay, yes. So do you think it's a good thing for maybe homeowners to look at ECs right now, those who have been priced out previously?
Those who are unable to buy the more bigger size unit, because I think the developers have a certain cost when they bid for the land, they tend to have paid a little bit higher during the property land price euphoria, and it's very unlikely for them to reduce by a lot because they might not have so much room to move down. And this is a welcome measure definitely for the developer, and for owners that have missed out buying the more higher end units. Previously they would have had to fork out extra cash, right? Currently with this measure, what it means that if they are exactly at 14,000 income, they would be able to borrow 80% of 1.17 million property price. So that probably the difference is about $100,000, and that actually gives them the affordability to buy the unit.
I see. Thank you very much, Paul, for your time. Paul from iCompare. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
Let us be your signature agent. What EIA?
I think this team is very energetic and very eager to get results.